Hello, welcome to Lunch with Lee. Today we talk about how do we sweep a fireplace. And the first thing I want to talk about is you hear a ton of terms for the exact same thing. A chimney sweep, a chimney clean. Those are the two ones that normally people go back and forth. The reality is we really don't clean fireplaces. We sweep them. Meaning you're never going to be I've heard said this a bunch. You're never going to be able to eat off the inside of the fireplace once we're done with it. We don't go in there with bleach and wipe it down. We sweep a fireplace. So it's going to be acceptably dirty after we're done. It's not going to be perfect and shiny and everything else. So, but that's the proper term to use, which is chimney sweep. Although we see chimney clean, we know what you mean. We got it. But how do we do it? The first thing we do is kind of counterintuitive, but when we first show up, we ask, why are you getting it swept? Because we find often that people think that sweeping a fireplace is going to fix an issue, which it may, but it depends on the actual issue you're dealing with. So if you have a smell, if you have anything like that, sometimes it may help some, but it's not actually going to fix a problem. So figuring out why we're sweeping it is very, very important. Is it just maintenance? Because the standard for care is inspect once a year, clean when necessary, not necessarily clean every single time. So a lot of times we show up and someone says, I need it swept. And the first thing we do is go into inspection mode to see if that's even necessary. Because we don't charge customers for sweeps that are not necessary. So we're not going to do work to your fireplace that is not required or not necessary. But we will charge you for an inspection, which is inspecting the insides, seeing how dirty it is, see the condition of it. We also do not want to run brushes. And let me back up a little bit, but we don't want to do something that's not necessary and charge you for it. So once we've determined why, which is I use it a lot, it's a maintenance item, all that kind of stuff, we go into inspection mode. You're going to see an actual camera come in. We're going to look at the insides. We're going to figure out if sweeping is necessary. We're going to make sure that our sweep doesn't do damage to the inside of the fireplace if it's falling apart or if it's not built correctly, that kind of thing. Once we actually start to do into the sweeping is everything's covered up. The fireplace is covered up on the inside as far as the hearth area, everything around it. We bring in vacuums that have 4-stage filtration. Some of them have 5-stage filtration. They have 2 different motors that you have to plug into 2 different outlets inside your house, or it'll blow a breaker. So this is really designed to control dust. It's really into dust control. And once we have that set up and we have everything tarped off and everything else, we clean it from the bottom. It's much safer. We can clean it from the top, but it's not nearly as safe if something goes wrong up there. The stuff goes really wrong. So we clean it from the bottom. And we have drills that hook to rods that have brushes that spin. And that's going to spin really, really fast and do a better job than anybody who can actually hand clean. So rotary cleaning is basically the way that most people do it today. Not that you can't do hand cleaning. And if you look at Home Depot and some of the chimney cleaning kits, it's about scrubbing. So we use rotary cleaning. We're going to put a brush inside with the vacuums running. Sometimes we even close off the front to stop dust. And as we hit the drill, it spins and it brushes, it cleans. And yes, so it's going to go out the top a little bit, and so it's going to fall down. That's why we have all the dust collection stuff set up at the bottom to make it totally mess free. So you don't have to worry about dust inside your house, anything else. So clean from top to bottom. We clean the firebox, which is where you put your wood. We clean the smoke chamber, which is the kind of the upside down funnel on top of that. And then you have your flue, your lining, and everything else that goes up. And every type of fireplace is slightly different. So I went over, that was masonry fireplace. But we clean from top to bottom, or sweep from top to bottom. Once again, I even made the mistake. But we sweep from top to bottom, cleaning up all the dust at the bottom. We shovel everything out that needs to be shoveled out. And we give you a report at the end, how it went, what the inspection is. You're going to have pictures, you're going to have documentation, and you can watch us work as we go. And that is the cleaning process. We also go for the inspection, go up on the roof, check the cap, make sure that's working correctly, check all the brick on the outside or siding or the metal top to make sure it's not rusted. That's all included in your sweep. But the sweeping process includes basically the interior of the fireplace, cleaning it from top to bottom, or sweeping it from top to bottom. and making sure that it's to an acceptable level of creosote buildup or soot buildup on the inside. Once again, clean one or inspect once a year, sweep when necessary. That is the standard. And we make sure that we give you all the documentation you need. And the beautiful thing about having us come out every year is we're going to be able to see your burning habits. We're going to see if we need to clean it some or sweep it sometimes and not others. And we're going to be able to document the condition at that point in time. So if somehow chimney gets struck by lightning, we're going to be able to, if you call us, we have documentation that says at this point in time, the fireplace and the chimney were okay. So it's real easy to say that this insurance company can't claim it happened before you owned it because we have documentation of when damage happens. So that's it for today. But sweeping a chimney, exactly how we do it. If you have any questions or if you think I didn't do a good job explaining it or you have anything else, let us know. Put a comment in, shoot me a message, like the video, share it, please. And I'll be happy to take care of anything you guys need. So like, share, do all those great things. Thanks.